Then I have to open one last thing. Where are you now?
Spiel gestartet.
The window is again not perfect, but okay. Whatever, OGS, you annoy me greatly. I might fix it when my opponent thinks for a bit. Okay, 3-3 and 3-4. And so guess now my opponent is thinking for just a very slight shorter time. Can fix it a little bit close enough, I suppose. Can close Discord now. Do I misremember that TangJie is a fast player? I always remember him as being a speed demon, but well, I mean, people can change, but maybe I misremember because I was always that slow. Everyone seemed like a speed demon compared to me. Okay, so he does this one. Hello. So although endgame week is over, the goal is still trying to reach endgame in a way. And by that I mean play solid and play a game that is more likely to reach endgame, not play passively and avoid all fights. Like if a game leads to like a game position is supposed to lead to a messy fight, then so be it. But if there's a choice between, yes, it is. I'm sorry, but unfortunately, my mic didn't load. I don't remember which one. Maybe in half an hour it's loaded enough that but I swear I loaded it and it's still not loaded. Yeah, I hope I can make it better in half an hour or so, but no promises. I forgot which one is the best version here, if you're supposed to play something else here, but... Ooh, here I could jump. Maybe here I want to jump. Or just extend again. And if now extend, maybe in this case the jump here is better, because... Okay, this way though. Isn't this one nice to get? Or maybe defend here now? I don't think this is that important, because even after this I can still play this, or just play this, or even play this one in kind of center even. Yeah, maybe even defend like this, or like that. Well, if I defend here, I think I prefer to defend like this, because I'm thinking, yes, this is a nice shape to get. But it's not like I'm not already ahead here. I think defending and not allowing him to do something here is better. In any case, I'm trying to, if I'm not sure which of the two is better, I'm trying to choose the one which solidifies, or rather takes points. I guess I could also play this one, and then this one becomes more powerful, huh? As then push, wedge. Yeah, I think after this one, he could jump, but then I can play here, then he can't defend easily here. On the other hand, this block is annoying because there is this descent which is kind of sent to connect for him. I will push from behind once, I think. And then if jump, I can jump again here. And if not, I could honey here. Okay, so this way. Now after this one, even this one becomes more powerful. Which here connect. That just seems to make white stronger. I don't think descend. Because my group in this corner should now be fine after this exchange, even if white gets the descent here. Also, well, if white plays here. Looks like white plays here now. Should I cap here? The cap here is quite nice to get, I suppose. Something. If white now plays J10, yeah, it's I think it's high time that I get a real mic so that I can also have good sound quality for the videos I'm starting to produce now. Because, well, my old headset, like my headphones here are pretty good, but they're also starting to become pretty unreliable with the, well, they are like, I don't know, 5 years old by now. So their battery is a little bit wonky. Hmm. So, okay, anyway, if white plays J10, I think we push once. It's not like this white group is so that is all that weak though. It has a lot of liberties, a lot of room, some ice shape here, some potential to connect under even. Though if white does, well, I guess, if white does something here to connect under, then I can also kind of connect under, so. This group also has a lot of liberties and is out here, so neither of these groups is really what you could call weak. I would give them both at least an 8 out of 10, if not more, in terms of strength, 10 being alive, 0 being dead. But same with this black group, it has so many liberties, it's out here. That means, okay, so white just defends the corner. So maybe it is a decent idea to just take the top side-ish, which puts some indirect pressure against this group while taking some points. Could also do something on the left, not sure. Okay, this was 10 white, this was 11 white, so similar, but this one is an area where both can make points. This is an area where only white can really make points immediately. Just make the base here. And still this white group is pretty strong. Though slowly but surely I'm taking away the more point efficient options. And if at some point this white group still has to flee or make very small life, that's a win, I suppose. But same can be said for this black group, of course. But yeah, like I said, all of these three groups, they are not weak per se, but they are something to keep in mind. There's also the fact that there's still some kind of invasion here. But right now, if you invade here, attach here and crosscut, that's fine. Or push in, even block maybe then Hane and extend. Okay, so white just jumps. Mm, I suspect jumping here is like a 1 to 1.5 point mistake or inaccuracy, but it keeps the center control more so I'm inclined to just play this. Mm-hmm. I could, in theory, attach here, and then if we do this and this, then play here and attack this a little bit. Yeah, instead of this one, I could have also invaded. I'm not sure. It's tricky. Could invade the left side. It's 5 spaces. So this is 6. So like I said, this is kind of undercut. But also this group is a little bit attackable. So maybe that doesn't... It's not too bad. I could also attach here first and then do all of these and then play here. Or really just invade here. So in a way, we did the very similar thing. Like I played this and got something here. He played this one, this, and got something here. We both jumped a little bit here. Even if we just play this variation now with the descent and this one, there is still a peep here, and there is still some RG on the left side. Descent. Okay, so we don't do any of that. Oh, can I? Mm, can I wedge? No, wedge is probably a bad idea. Huh? Can I clamp? If I clamp and what descends, and I then wedge. Da, da, da. And if Atari from the inside. I could still let on the outside. Because this area here is still not that valuable, I can still always wedge, and then this, I could just decide to play here, and if this you can play here, and if cut here, I could capture here, and he could take the corner, but then I guess I have a Ponuki here. If I just play this and white extends here, I get a weaker shape here. And wedge could be an option. Then this connect and play here and here again. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, Pretty sure he cuts on the outside now. The question is, you could not capture that stone and play b2 anyway. Just because the outside then. So usually you cut the stone in the second line and these kind of things, but I'm actually tempted not to. Capture on the outside, let's see, two I capture, he captures in the corner, then I have a Ponuki on the outside, but it's right next to a wall of white, and g3 is already nicely placed. Well, if I play probably b2 now, and he Ataris and then plays f2 or whatever on the outside, then I can slide to p5. Make easy life in the corner, reduce the left side. How attackable is the outside group if I capture with f2 now? I could just leave that as a, like with Ponuki, even as a light group and invade at g for j3 immediately. Hmm. Hmm. Descend to g2. Hmm. Not sure. No reason to fight this ko, I believe. Not like I have more ko threats than my opponent. Could also play the... Well, the Atari... both have some archie, I suppose. Because of this still being there. If he plays here and I later were to be able to extend and he can't capture me in a ladder, then I could capture at f2. And if he extends, then later there's still f4 archie. Yeah, I guess with this archie still being there, I don't hate my decision here. And playing b2 instead of c2 just gives my corner no large knight. I don't think that's good. Large knight can more or less be cut off. Like maybe not very cleanly, but large knight has a lot of issues. And why would you want a large knight here? Like from here I can go in much better than the large knight, which has a lot of problems. You confuse it with another shape, I think. I know what you mean, but I mean maybe you're right, but thank you. But in this case, I did consider the large knight briefly, but in this case, I don't know. Greetings from Germany. Oh, you're in Germany now. Well, greetings back from Germany. Oh, he wedges immediately. Okay, yeah, makes sense. But here I thought, oh, his plan is to attach here, I believe. Let me quickly think about this. For some reason, the wedge immediately. Well, I would have played it if he played k17. I planned to play j17. Bitteschön. Then I couldn't have had the choice. So he's giving me an extra choice. If I play the Atari, play the Atari again. Just do the plan that I had originally. If he pushes in a tiny bit. Oh no. So he will attach here most likely. Can he even drive this efficiently? There's a honey here. Yep, that was expected. I wonder if I can extend here simply. Because if I just extended 016, he can cut at L15, then drive out. I could also just, if I just connected L15 and he harness, it's possible. I could pull back. Then if he pushes in, I block. Honey and then cut here. Then I can still cut and cut. Could extend them and I can play here. I think I like the connection here. Yeah, N17 is a common technique. As was the wedge, as was everything here. That of course doesn't mean that I perfectly know how to respond to all of them. Here though, yeah, I think I just extend. Funny game. Of course, if he pushes in, quickly thinking if I do something here, could extend and I play here. There's still the cutting archie here. That's a little bit annoying. Still, this white group is not in any big danger. Okay, so if I play this one first, white will just play here. The alternative is to play this one and then block. How about that? If I ignore, but I think I'm just giving him more shape anyway, so I can still keep here after, like he can't. Okay, I block here. He kind of is forced to play this one because if he extends, then I can play M6, M18. So he kind of needs M18 himself. After he plays M18. If he were to play J18 and I harn and he connects, then oh okay, he cuts first. Wait, hang on a second. Why did I think I can just capture that stone easily? Interesting. So if I Atari from Q16, he still has this annoying flip Atari at R18. If I extend though, he can play Q16. I guess not in center, but then he can squeeze out pretty easily. Yeah, that cut is indeed annoying. I'm not sure, so I defend from the side where my opponent keeps fewer liberties-ish. Should even to row. 2, 3. That's similar. Okay, but I defend the side where I have more RG on the again, like this cut and stuff. Could extend now. Wouldn't defend against this one though. Okay, so he does this first. Sure. Wait, why does he do this? I guess he still has this in the connection under and go to. Okay, he gets the Atari. Interesting. Of course, I connect that. I wonder if he now played m16. Is m18? M18 he kind of has to respond at n18. Well, in a way, if he does this, you could say I get m15 in Sente. Okay. So he does it this way. Now the question becomes, how problematic is the J15 cut? It's kind of annoying. Well, I guess white. Should I cut it n16 here? I mean, kind of prevents white from getting m16 easily. Is that a problem if white gets this one? A little bit of a problem for this group. I could also just defend here. This is not okay because now I can Hane here and Sente. I can't really play this one. So maybe there's no great way to attack this. It's better to just fix my cut here. My corner is alive. But even if he plays this and Ataris and connects under, then I just have a second eye here or here. He did invade in center on the top side this way, but he did weaken his group in the center as well. So it's not like invasions are almost, especially this early, be like before move 100 or so. Invasions are never free. Okay, so he just makes a base for this group. Makes some sense, I suppose. Should I just play this or I could also invade here, but this allows white to play this counter here. This one puts maybe a little bit pressure against these stones. I also was thinking about this one, but that one I think white is just a bit too solid here. I could also just play this one. That's also an option. Just this and this and this. Maybe I do this. That helps my group here without needing anything additional here. And this in itself is alright. We could also play this way, I guess, and then we play this and this. It's still pretty large. Then he could play something here. Probably similar-ish. He keeps Sente here then. I mean, this one helps a group, but this one also helps the group here. Which one? This one has already some kind of base and can connect here basically anytime. This one is also really big. This one though, if he gets to play here and here, if in doubt, this corner group can be surrounded. This one not so much. If he answers, then I already accomplished a little bit here. If he doesn't, then I can also get, okay, he answers there immediately. Interesting. So he was more worried about this invasion still. I still have this wedge, which I guess, okay, now he defended with this one immediately. But I still have this end game here in a way. I could then descend. He would have played this anyway, I feel like, so. Now I could play this one, which is like a big. Now I really want to play this one. It's really big end game too. Yeah, this group I don't think there's any one move which I can use. Because again, white has this one in center, so this placement here is not center. Well, wouldn't have been set anyway. He doesn't need to play this if I play this. And he doesn't react, and I play this and I connect, he can throw in and just capture me in the corner. So unless he does something here first, forces some exchange here. Actually, how do I answer 14? Yeah, that was expected. Here I push. Do I push in first? I think so, because of this archery, right? If I just back off, I don't keep a center anyway, so it's not like the jump in is all that valuable. Oh, okay, so he does it this way. I was contemplating him doing that for a second. Just extend. If I Tane, he could Atari and just. Me consider this for a second. If I Hane and then he ignores and then he Ataris and Ataris and Ataris. Maybe there isn't all that much he can do with that. Even the Hane here and the Atari and the connect there though. Well, okay, again, let's say he over. Well, if he extends, I could extend again as well at G15, which is not quite center, but very annoying not to answer. Connects. Descend. Or he harness first. He could harness, so I think I don't really gain anything from playing the harness here. Hello, Gushi. There's still a really annoying thing with the Hane here, but maybe if I get this one anyway. Thank you. Yeah, okay, I'm not sure. Maybe this was better placed here, but I didn't want to spend more than not significantly more than a minute at least on this decision, because, well, we're only at move 80 and there's plenty of possibly more dire decisions to be made. And I did think about this. It's not like I thought, oh, this is just unimportant, but The RG that white has after I play this is hmm. The RG is greater, but the pressure with this move compared to J16 on this white shape is also lower. It's too quiet for a TangJie game. Well, that's the goal, isn't it? That being said, I don't think TangJie. Yeah, he does splits. Yeah. I don't think he is particularly bad at a quiet game. Mm. Hmm. I feel like if white gets to play this, then he's going to create a lot of points here while attacking my group here. I was tempted to play b17 here. Hmm. Can I do, well, I guess, if I do this one, honey, push, mm, mm, no, there's no co in the corner then. We play this and this and this and extend up, and we play this, then honey connect. Honey connect. Oh, then I shouldn't push, but honey connect first, I suppose, to not remove my own liberty here. I could push here once, or connect, push. Okay, so oh, okay, interesting. I mean, it's tempting to capture 3 stones, right? But it's just 3 stones. It's just 3 stones. Mm. And in the meantime, he would capture more in the center and really attack my middle group. I think capturing 3 stones is way too greedy. That was my original idea that I thought, oh, he can't do something crazy here, but yeah, okay, he can sacrifice the 3 stones and then try to kill me in the middle. Yeah, I got it. But I think Atari here, just making him have this empty triangle, then I can later push and then still he can't really do this because if he cuts, he's just dead. So I think I'm happy to just reduce this, the value of this area, and then extend here. And then later, I mean, now there's still this RG here. Not saying that I play f4 anytime soon necessarily, um, but um, but for sure this is some RG that white has to be careful of. Like if I play a move like this, for example, I play this, white plays this, I play this, white plays this, I extend, or I maybe can invade here or do something. It should be much harder to attack me here now that he has this weakness, is what I'm saying. And of course, right now he has to care for this. But I guess I say of course, but I guess it's not. Well, if he doesn't, I could play here, 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 cut, extend. Hmm. Yeah, maybe. But I mean, he could try to attack here in the center, but that seems too much. Oh, empty try. Extend seems like the clear choice here, right? Yeah. That's always one dead giveaway. If the opponent is too willing to give something up, then maybe don't uh, take take them up on this offer. This way, though, if I do this and this extend and this, then there's a lot of RG. So I think there's RG with this attachment here later. Right now, though, now he's making me think. You make me think. I don't think I can really efficiently attack this group in any meaningful way. So one question becomes, can he attack me in any meaningful way? Or can I harass him here in any meaningful way? Like, I don't think I want to play this one because even if this, it's not like he has a good RG here that I can see. He can reduce me a little bit. But then this one is also still, like, again, there's still this one which is really annoying. The push and cut and stuff. For now, I think I just got stronger here. And if he closes this, I can also still peep here, for example, or just do some jump here. I think my group here should be fine with this escape here too and some counterattacks here and here. Question is if I am, well, I could play something like this. Maybe it's wise to play something like this now. I was thinking about this one too, just to make solid shape. More solid shape, I should say. This is exactly the phase of the game where I struggle a little bit. Here you could also just defend this way. And if I push, I do have this one. Okay, I'm going to ask this question here. Could just play here, and then if he has reduced this. And there's still this one. Yeah, maybe this one I should have just taken the big move, huh? I don't know. We shall see what happens with this one. It's a counter check here. Diagonal here. Hmm. How big is B17, by the way? If he gets to play here, well, I still can play this one, I suppose. And white extends. Then white keeps this 1 point here extra. If I play this, then the clamp extends. Clamp working. At the very least, if we push here, this is reduced by 7 points, and black gains 4 or so points. So at the very least, B17 is worth 11 points. But I think with the RG here and the potential to clamp and maybe do something like the B10 RG, I wonder if I can play B10 here. B10 would be funny, no? Even if I force white to just respond this way, I could just get B7 in more center of a way. I guess I could also just play B7 is not small either. S14 is a bit of a mystery in terms of size to me. Or can he extend? Or if he extends again, let me think about this. He plays this, I block. He extends, I extend, he extends again. I play here. No, right? Because even if he highs, I can wedge and Atari. Okay, so that's no problem. I could also play from this side anyway. Yeah, that's not an issue. But the S14 incentive for white, I think, if extend, and I have to play here. Yeah, then you can push in and then this way. Yeah, so S14 is incentive for white. How do I respond S14 the best way? Do I just capture here? Because the capture, white can push in one more time here, but then white can no longer get this one in center, which then means that I can threaten this group a bit more again, which might be worth more endgame than what I gain by descending here and then also getting R14. So I think if S14 I might play S17. In fact, he might have to, well, but if he plays S17, then he doesn't have the same amount of endgame archery here anyway, huh? Well, not sure if H5 was good, but at least it makes my opponent spend some time. Let's also think about like B10. If he just descends, I can push, block, cut, and then it's 4 liberties versus 4, but then also again white has to spend a lot of moves inside, and I might be able to play some forcing moves here first and then actually win this capturing race. Yeah, that one was expected. But I think I'm okay with just responding here. And then we can still play Some issues there, I suppose. Hmm, maybe. But then I could also sacrifice this stone again. If we play this one, and then this one, and then this one, and then block, and then extend, then Atari could just bump here. Which then would make this one center. Okay, he counters like that. Can I counterattack like this now? If I push, and he then pushes immediately at L9. Hmm. Phew. That's if he ignores this and then just pushes and cuts here immediately. I could play this one incentive first, then push through here. Hmm. It feels like his cut would be too much. Because again, I can defend here in Sente. Can't even harney because I just bladder this shit. Um, and if he has to extend and I can play this one again, then I threaten to harney and no, then I have to play here. But then I can still play, even if extend, I can play here. Okay, screw this. And I can still descend here and send if I need to connect under to also keep this group separated. I also think I basically have enough eye shape here and here. And thanks to me having protected this and having enough here, I think even if we place here and I play here, I could throw in and capture, I can play here and still make local life. Let alone I still have this one for some eye shape here. And I can still connect at this point. Okay. This is not necessarily Sente, but his peep now becomes, oh, aha, he does it this way, interesting. Huh? Wait a second. This is, I think this is inferior, no? To S14, because if S14 it's Sente, but here I can just play S17 and threaten to play this one, no? Am I tripping? And if I play S14 immediately, that's an issue. Okay, so I guess capture here, and it's not like he can get this one even in Sente, so I can still threaten to just do this one, and because this is now a self Atari from white, even if he ignores and I play here, and even if he cuts, I can push in once to make this shape even less of a like a live shape. Meanwhile, he ignored me here. I should have like with basically one eye around F7 already with this whole group, and then S8 is threatening to connect under. I suppose I don't really have another eye here. No, okay. But to make a second eye, like in this area here now, or in this area here, or by counter-attacking here, or just even by playing here, doesn't. Or also, there's still the fact that I can cut here. and cut off this stone. I don't think my group here is in any danger anytime soon. I still have this count. Well, how do I best counterattack here? Do I maybe... Okay, he does this now. Interesting. I thought that's not Sente. But let me reconfirm this. Oh, actually, at the moment, he cannot do this and this because then there's this one. So if, but let's say, okay, and he can, okay, if he pushes in here, he can cut out this stone then. Let's see, he plays b6. And I connect. Then he could totally play b4, huh? Could play b4. Then my group is not alive. Let's see. So essentially he can play g5 and Sente. So do I first play here myself, just defend my shape, basically make life with this group? Because if he, or I could alternatively I could give up this stone if now white decides to play here and I defend the corner. Actually, anytime I can also give up these two stones, I guess. Yeah, then maybe the attack on this group is basically over. He can push here, I can just play here. And then I'm allowed if I'm allowed. If he plays here first and then plays this, I guess he could then capture my No, but then he can't push in anymore. He plays this. If he plays this and I play this and he pushes in then, that's annoying. I see. Then he couldn't capture the two stones here in center. But I guess at this point he's pretty strong, so it's really just the 2 points here. So if it's just about the 2 points, then I think this is just bigger. Just make big endgame. And again, I mean I could also cut off this, but not sure about that. That's not that valuable. So let's just take the big point here. I suppose this one was also pretty big. Well, this one is also pretty big, not just was. But is it worth quite as much? Especially now that S6 I don't necessarily need to respond to keep this group weak. Also, can I clamp here? I should calculate this at some point. I guess I can. If he descends to this clamp, I could play not the extend, but instead the jump here. And then just take the RG on the outside here, or even capture this. This cut doesn't work immediately. But clamp, descend, if I extend, white has to connect. And then if I play this, white's disconnected. Oh, I think he missed a chance to do this in Sente. clamp, descent, jump. A wedge should not be the move because then I can Atari here. Let's try if my mic now works. Okay. Dup, 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 dup. Test, test, test. Never mind. Literally, I loaded it for like what now? An hour, and it was immediately power off. So fuck that, I suppose. Yeah, I don't know what happens there. Sometimes I load it for like 10 minutes and it lasts for hours, and sometimes I load it for an hour and it lasts for 2 seconds. So yeah, in any case, too inconsistent. Usually I don't have a problem with it, but I don't know, or at least such a big problem. So I guess that's the sign to get a better mic finally, and just not have to worry about it at all. Oh, he defends it this way. That's fascinating. I don't think I can peek, or can I get the peep here? It's kind of annoying. And then I get this. Should I push first as well? Should I do anything here? How about my group here now? Maybe it's time to make use of this cut now. How big? Like if he defends here, I suppose I can still place something here and live. So maybe it's not that big. If I push and cut, I get maybe a couple of points here. Let's clamp. Of course, also this is not small. Does this one first, and then this one, and I bump this, this Atari counter. No, that doesn't seem to work. Okay. Okay, he descends. I play d15. He connects, and I guess he could wedge, huh? Is that better? He wedges. Okay, I mean, curious actually. If I were to play e14 now, And he plays the Atari and play the counter Atari at C14. He would have to capture. Then I play again a counter Atari at D13. Bloop, 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 bloop. And then he just, well, if he just connects. Interesting. Alternatively, I could also play this Atari and play Atari from this side and then play the extend here. I didn't expect him to wedge actually. I thought because I thought it gave me more options. Even if he plays the Atari, Hmm. Hmm. And if instead I play C14 and when they do play from Atari from D13, he extends obviously. I extend. Now the question is, I could play the counter Atari first. Just keep the outside, or I could connect, and then if he harness on the outside, and I play the Atari and another Atari, guess that doesn't do much. What is less than 54 white? I still have my about 40, so well, okay, I have some in the center, and it's also my next potentially. Still seems like a close game to me. I also have still this potential to make some points and this to make more points. If I play the Atari and capture, then I play this Atari. And I could capture here basically instantly because I threatened the flip Atari. connect though. Alternatively, if I connect, hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay, yeah. But now I guess we already managed to make this area. Like the cut here is kind of center, but also not. Yeah, I'm not sure if this was worth it. Maybe I didn't gain more than I would have been just playing a6. But oh well. We did this decision now, so we have to live with it. I guess, I mean, s5 is still really big, kind of reverse center, so maybe I should just play here now, huh? The cut here is also kind of reverse center, but he can still jump, and I don't get that much, so but it does the he could also play the Atari here, but then I capture this one and basically send him. I'm also cutting off this group, making this one bigger. Maybe you can also say that this is, well, this threatens this group, so this one I can still. Yeah, I want to play this one because it's so big in reverse center. Because later maybe white gets more center moves against this corner if I don't play this. Now there's nothing against this corner, but yeah, my center groove we don't know yet. Cutting off that, yeah, is worth a few points for sure. Should I guess I could just connect here. Yeah, maybe just connect here. And then later I can still do this and connect this and threaten. Because if I just Atari, I kind of want to go back here anyway. So let's connect here. In that regard, connecting here immediately. Yeah, so it's like this area is so wishy-washy that I don't really think, unless there was some big attack against this group now. Oh, he just connects under there. Okay. Hmm. I mean, I guess I could still just play here and then jump and sacrifice the 2 stones and threaten to get more here. I could also do this immediately and then see where we end up. We do have this, which is also really big though, so I'm not sure. Also, now that he's connected under, it's not like this peep is that threatening anymore because he's also alive here. That being said, this group here is not fully alive. But what's the best way to exploit the? Do I play here first? Tihane connects. I push. No, he's still alive. Okay. Fisher's time. So I don't want to like wait for my move to play my move necessarily. Yeah, he needs to respond. I can peep here. Mm-hmm. And then, I mean, capturing here. If he instead just played push and this, he keeps. Can he even push? Yeah, probably. Okay, he can still push. This and this, then he keeps. Then he just right. You have to capture on 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with this, and if I and he keeps 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 13 line. If I play this and this and this, then I keep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reduce him by actually 6. So this is very huge, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he can do that. But then I also get, I guess we play it this way, or I could also connect. When I connect, he can connect under. But if I play this, I can kind of get like a co-shape here. Atari, Atari, Atari. Hmm. But if I play this and he blocks and he captures, then I can capture. No harm done, really. Saving these. Also reduce the points here, so I guess I could play this and then this, huh? It's not with this. How is this? Or maybe even empty triangle actually, huh? And push, 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 push might be a bit dangerous. Hmm. Okay. What if I can I attach here? Cut here, Atari extend, Atari, push and cut. I could also just play this one, or I could cut here now. I could cut here first. No, this. Hmm.
10,
Cut, I always have this Atari and get points here. There's also still RG with this one, I believe. He might not even respond to this one, to be honest. Yeah, he's creating some points here now. If I did this, well, right now I'm cut, tar, extend, Tari here, Tari here. Right now the letter is mm, yeah, working-ish. Okay, yes, he does that now. Maybe I can just do this. Then I don't like this move. That's what I'm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The other hand, if I do this, this, 1, 2, 3, 4 liberty. 1, 2, 3. Catcher here might not be sent in, but okay. He can extend here. He can extend here. But can he? Could Atari and then play this one this way. Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1, 2, 3. Ah. Stupid time pressure. Is there RT on the bottom side I can make use of? I guess I could also extend my. No, I cannot. Or can I? Maybe. If I extend. Okay, but we don't have to worry about it. Can push it here though, that's very annoying. Oh, can I be aggressive here? Can I Atari first and Atari here?
Zehn,
Now the question becomes, do I play here now? And because then I threaten to push here and cut. Maybe I just extend because I have one eye here then, and a second one here.
5,
And even if he plays here and plays here, he still has this problem mainly. And I can still play this Atari next. If he connects here, for example, if he connects here, I can push. I can push and push. I play this double Atari. I can still escape here. I play the double Atari here, right? So my group here with this push should be fine. Yeah. Let me get some time. I mean, I guess this one. Okay, yeah. Then I can play here, which is not quite senti, but then the follow-up here would be quite annoying. Oh, no, his group here is connected, so it's more about maybe this one is not that big. I should connect here at some point, but it also does save the stone, so maybe I shouldn't guess myself every move. Maybe that's the way, huh? Okay, he got some points here, but I also got the points here. In the meantime, I did get this, which helped my group here, and there's also still some RG with this. There's also the peep here. Maybe I want to play the peep at some point, just to make this cut more powerful. Okay, he connects, but this way he connects. Okay. Do I? Mm, I think I play this one because this one he gets to honey here.
10,
This way. Now I'm actually threatening this group if I connect here. Yeah, so here's kind of I'm forced to play this 7 or so point move, I suppose. Mm. Okay, let's peep again, like we did last summer. We could counterattack here though, but then I get to reduce this more, I suppose. And we do need to be a little bit careful here with this RG, so maybe it's a good idea to just play here myself soon. Because maybe, yeah. What else is there? In terms of big moves, don't think there's anything huge left now. So I'm kind of tempted to get this one, and then if this, then this one Atari, this one, and even this one. Then this stone, I think, comes in handy. That was at least my idea. Oh, okay, counter attack here immediately. Interesting. Okay.
10,
Let's counter attack the counter attack. Okay.
10,
Hmm.
10,
He can cut, but it's not center because then I can play here. And I can still play something here and make points while doing so. So I don't really get cut off here. Do need to be a little bit careful here, I suppose. Okay, so he does this now.
Zehn,
He can still not cut here. Especially can't cut in center here. Do I extend here? I mean, I guess I could play this one. He cuts, I just play this one immediately.
zehn,
If he cuts, I just play the Atari here. Then he does have this one incentive though. But not anything other than that. Oh, this one though. I'm going to play, well, actually.
zehn,
Yeah, let's play this one. If he counters, I counter, and he can get this one if he wants to. He can save this one. No, he does. Okay.
10.
Again, also he would have to cut here and then cut here, so there's no big danger here in that way. I can also wedge here. It's not center though, it's just kind of big, I suppose. Okay, he captures, that was expected. Now I connect here, because otherwise why did I do this? If I, no, this one gives some free Atari. Just here. We could save this one, but maybe I defend this way. Also, then I get this one and this one for free, so that he doesn't save it for free, and he doesn't cut me off in any case. Yeah, so maybe this one actually. Also, I wonder about Q19. I guess it's just semi-center for both. Push in here, but then okay. I guess there's just nothing that I can do about this, huh? Okay, so he can push in, and then this one is just worth. Well, if he can push in, then this one and push in. I don't keep this point compared to capturing here. Then I get 1, 2. Wait, what did I say? Push in and this and push in. I have to block, then I get no point up to here, and if I capture, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So capturing here at E16 is worth 5 points. We also still have, yeah, that one. But does that actually help against this one? Because I have this and this, so this one is still center.
10.
Don't think anything here is worth that much. This one again does keep this one here, 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 here. This one, if instead white jumps in here, I'm okay with that, I think. White jumps in here. Capturing here now, compared to this and this, would be worth 1, 2, 3, 4. But I also get more deeper inside here. I could also peep here once, pushing here, Atari, and do something here. I think the follow-up to this is bigger than 5 points with all this. TangJie against this. Then we also have this one. This one is not quite center though. But I do threaten if he wedges. If he wedges and I Atari and he does Atari, then I can connect. That's maybe not that big. So maybe not as big right now. I play this attachment here. And then I think it's Mia between this cut and this. So now we play the 5-point move that I wanted to play. Or do I play this way? This way, there's still this one. This
10,
the Atari here. Let's just take the point where it's clear that it's points. I know that was a non-sentence, but okay. Yeah. If I connect, I think I connect here now.
10,
Then this one, how much is it worth? Place here. I can still push in center later, I suppose, but maybe it's not center. So white would keep 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that was to be expected as well. But I can peep here, and he doesn't. He destroys a little bit, but that was fine. Now I can also push in here. Playing this and playing the Atari, I wonder how big that is. Doesn't remove any eye shape, right? Does it gain points for white to do this? I do also keep points. Capturing here. I guess we push in here. Capturing here would only really be worth 2.5 points, I suppose. Is this one worth it?
10,
Yeah, we play the Atari here, that for sure is Sente. And later, it actually does force white to capture these. If we reduce this to 1 liberty, yeah, okay. So in that regard, connecting here, or should I just play here immediately? Capture, then I can connect.
10,
He wedges. Do I Atari and then just counter Atari here? Or do I play this one? Then if connect, I connect. And I still have
10,
this one. Oh,
5, 4,
yeah, I kind of force the same because if I connect, I connect in center and then I also get this one in center. So this one is actually worth like, okay, I get this in center anyway, so I guess it's worth 3 points in center, or reverse center in white's case. Now I wonder about this one immediately, because even if he descends, like, yeah, I think this one and then this, I can play this, and then at some, no, I can't do this. Okay, never mind. Then maybe I connect here now, which later forces white to capture here if I'm not tripping, and it also threatens to connect under with quite some points here.
10,
So it's almost center in that way that if white doesn't disconnect. It's huge. It can cut here, but it's not center. Only if I do this one, but then white can cut in center anyway. That's not really anything. If I don't have liberties here, I do need to be a little bit careful. Maybe this one is actually not that small. Yeah, this one might actually be something. No. Okay, I mean, it is something, but maybe not the biggest thing since sliced butter. On the other hand, what else is there now? I can play the Atari here because the follow-up and
10,
Atari here would be quite big. I can play this one. I could have also connected under in no, I couldn't have cut it under, connected under. But okay, he does this, but that still allows me to capture here in basically center, because pushing in here would be huge, humongous. Here Atari, I don't think, no, there's nothing inside here. I still have the eye of the tiger. So let's play some forcing move here. Capture is 2.5. I guess this one, he could ignore this. But then I get this. Do I get this one in center? I don't get this one in center because he's alive here. Never mind then. Well, it's kind of center because, well, yeah, no, it's center because of the Atari he can't connect. That's why. Okay, so he kind of needs to react to this. Otherwise I push, or I can push and then extend here in kind of like the double center kind of way. Okay, so he plays there now. Okay, then we do play this one. Yeah, and of course I could also Atari here first and then play this. So this is for sure center. I think this was bigger here to respond. I could have also first played this. Oh, okay. I mean, okay, yeah, that is big enough. Fair enough, I suppose. Now I have 1 minute again. Okay, so he defends. This one actually is worth, like me playing here is, I could push in then, which I couldn't do otherwise. If he cuts, I have Atari, and then he gets this one, so I only keep 2 points. And he gets everything if I play there. Okay, I guess it's just a 2-point go-to move then to play G9 at the moment. That's not. I think this one is bigger, or even connecting. If I connect this, doesn't seem as big. So oh, but this one is also 2.5 points. Not sure. This one is also not small. This one is 2.5 points. So you could capture here. Pushing in here is just okay. But that one, if he pushes, he keeps 3 points and reduces me to. But if I play here, he can throw in. Oh, and I still have 1 points. Okay, if I play here, I get 1 point here. He gets 1. He plays
10,
here, he gets 3, and I get 0. So this is worth it. have the liberties here already. If he throws in, and then just this, then later he gets. Then this is actually now a 3-point move, unless I play here myself, which is also not small. That was always like a double center kind of. Either player could have gotten this one. If he plays there a Atari, he can Atari. So we block here. I haven't counted in ages, so I have no idea. I think I have rarely counted this little in a game, but I think that's a good sign because I'm focusing on the point values and stuff. I can if he pushes in, can Hane. He pushes in. He destroys 2
10,
points to something.
5, 4, 3,
So I think this one is not worth it because he doesn't get points from it. If I block, I keep the 2 points here. If you play here, he can later Hane, so it's like a 2 and 2 third point move here.
10,
Okay, he has this one in center now, so this one was also not small. Yeah, you can get this one in center. Sure. This one is also not worth anything really.
10,
So now this one would be worth just 2 points. This is 2.5, like I said earlier. And now this is no longer 3 points here. Well, I guess I could also play this one. That threatens a 2 and a something point move here.
5, 4,
But let's just play the biggest move that I can find, I suppose. He gets this one in center. What's the best way, code thread wise? I believe just extend here, huh? Or just extend here is the best way. Okay, actually that was a little bit bigger than this one now that I think about it.
10, 5, 4, 3,
This one threatens in center. Well, I guess, okay. Okay, so I can connect here now, or I guess connecting here is like a 2-point move now.
10, 5, 4, 3,
Now that I don't have to worry about my liberties here. So that this is not like
10,
double Atari. Otherwise I would have played this one instead. Oh. What is the purpose of that one? That one surprises me a little bit. Is there anything else other than 2-point moves left here now? Well, 1-point reverse center, I suppose. But 2 points is
10,
just a safe bet, I suppose. Unless there's another 2-point move that I'm missing right now. Don't think so, though. He can get this in center because otherwise the C19 move would be very big. So this I count B19, C19 I always count as a cent exchange for my opponent. Then we have this, which is 1 point, this, which is 1 point in reverse cente. Something here really is only ever 1 point. So 1 point, 1 point. Nothing here is, well, I guess this is also 1 point then. So we have 1, 2, 3 1 point moves. One this center, and then this reverse center for him, kind of. So he can play the center now, then play the reverse center here. Then I play a 1 point move, he plays a 1 point move, I play a 1 point move. Or he gets this one in center first. Now he plays this. Then he plays this one in reverse center. Then he plays this one in reverse center. Oh, does not. Okay. Oh, there's also still this curl. Okay, I mean, I guess it's not quite reverse center. But at the very least, it's a point in Gote. Yeah, it is kind of, right? Because if he pushes, now I can still capture. It's not like he can make eye shape here, as far as I can tell, even with some kind of ko and stuff. Okay, I'm okay. I might need to. If he plays the Atari here, and I don't have eye shape here. Now I have a minute again to think about this. He plays the Atari. Then actually later, if he plays the Atari from G5, then later I do owe a move at H6. So this one, if white were to play here, white plays here, then that's 1 point plus an additional something with the ko here. If I just play here, he can play this one. So I think we play this one. Make this a 2 point move, so he has to capture. It's basically incentive for me. And if he plays this and this and this and connect and this, I just connect, so there's nothing there either. Okay, so I have the 1 point move here, and then we both have some ko here and here. I believe that's it, right? That's the last 1 point move anyway. He still owes the move to capture here. What kind of rules are we playing actually? Japanese, okay. I think I lost by like 7, 8 points. Nearly compound. Eight and a half. So 57 for me. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hmm, 5.5, I think. Maybe not 8.5, but 5.5. Okay. Sad. But I got the kind of game I wanted, I guess. I achieved the goal of reaching endgame. That's not anything. I wonder where I lost this. The endgame felt pretty good for me. But before that, hmm, maybe this was no good. Maybe I needed to play the Punouki on the outside. Maybe attack on this group was not so great.
Passen.
Hmm.
Tote Steine entfernen.
Oh, 4.5. No, yes, 4.5. I miscounted by one, I guess, somewhere. But okay, close enough. 4.5, 5.5.
Weiß gewinnt.
right. Well, better than my last game where I just completely died once or had a horrible trade and then was trailing by like 20, 25 points for the rest of the game. So, yeah, I did catch up if we want to call this end game here. Hang on. Here it's 7, here it's white plus 8.5, and in the end it was 4.5. So I guess I did catch up like 3 to 4 points in endgame, in later, like mid to late endgame, which is not that bad. But it's again, like I said, this phase between move like 80, 90 to 120, 30. This is where I lost this early end game, late middle game. This is where I bled really a lot of points. I was actually leading at this point, yeah, because this peep was also not good. Oh, he's saying that this was the biggest end game. Yeah, opponent was saying that this should have been his move, and he played then this was a mistake and game wise. Yeah. Actually, let me switch off this AI graph. Um, hmm. So none of this should be all that bad for me. Yes, of course. There's rarely a training game that I don't stream. It's like 1 in 30 maybe, if that. Yeah, here maybe the jump was a bit too passive, right? Maybe I needed to be a bit more active here. Hmm. Yeah, like I even said it on stream that this is probably losing like 1 point. So do you need to be more aggressive here? No, that's even worse. Okay, then I'm fine. Do you need to like attack this now? No, also not. Okay, this is fine. Um, attachment here though. Okay. And then I suspected here that I need to capture the stone simply. Yeah, okay, I needed to capture the stone. This one lost 2 points. If I capture the stone now, we just do this. I just should I then counter attack? Yeah, okay. So that would have been. I was not sure, and you can see that it's a. I mean, it's a 2 point mistake. It's not the world, right? Um, yeah, but this was a mistake slightly. It was. I wasn't. I thought that F2 is probably correct because it almost always is correct to capture the stone. But also I wasn't quite sure how to handle, like how to profit enough from this. So I just took the end game in the center. I just took you mean what? I just took the corner. Yeah. And then here, yeah, here maybe. Hmm, if I do this though and just allow white to do this, that can't be good, right? No. Maybe something more aggressive like this. But I don't I don't know. Maybe even just connect here. Because then after the connection, this is still annoying. Hmm. Or do I extend here? Just might. Um, feels like similar-ish problems. But maybe. Hmm. What do I do now with this shape? Huh? I don't like that I have this drag and jump here. You can't really attack this. This seems so flexible to white. That's why I wanted to force you to commit to this stone more. But maybe if I do this one, it's still the same-ish, no? Well, if you do all this, then I still have weaknesses, so not sure about this. Alternative could be to just defend immediately, but then white also jumps out and I'm not sure, so don't hate this. Maybe a connection here is not the correct response. Hmm. But how do I handle this instead? Like if I just play here, play this. I guess the descent here doesn't make this semi-possible. Maybe that was the way, instead of connecting here. Maybe this, even though this is the T3 for white, maybe it's not. Oh, is there honey though? And this one. Does that change anything? Not really, huh? Not really here. Okay. Yeah, maybe this was too soft here to just connect here. Even though it's like locally nice shape to prevent this cut for white. Maybe I'm too afraid of this cut. It's like here it's equal. Here it's white +1. Here it's white +1. Okay, I guess it's not that different, huh? Sure, but all similar-ish. Okay, so that maybe the honey here was a bit too much. Yeah, the honey here was maybe a bit too much. Or just breaking off. Maybe I needed to counter here. See, I was thinking about this one. That's the way. Now if we do this, I guess it's just a trade. Yeah, it's just a trade. So I guess what this means in the end, even if you do this, I can still capture here. In the end, I would say, underestimate the cut here. Because if I do this and we now enter this variation, I lose the corner, but the corner is still very strong. In the meantime, I fix my cut here, and I'm very strong towards this outside group. On the one hand, I give up my corner, but on the other hand, in the game I also gave up parts of my territory. So if we compare this, now there was still a lot of RG in the corner, which was annoying, and I also gave up this area. Yeah, makes sense that in this case, this is the better result for white. Yeah, and then this one might have been, no, that's okay. Okay, and then here, yeah, how to use this and stuff like that. Also, I guess here, this might have been a mistake. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't need to play this one. Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking about it, and I almost dared to, but I'd rather extend self took. So this is where white now gained like a slight lead. This was slightly the like, okay, I had a lead, a slight lead after this bottom left. If I take the outside, or even after this, then white gained the lead back with this top right, and here with the extend, white extended the lead. But then it got better for me because this was crazy, I think. Right here, if white just extends, if white just extends, then white just has the lead. Yeah, and the cut was so it was not only a bad shape. You were saying maybe not a bad cut, but it was a bad cut. Yeah, just because the RG against the corner was not as great as it would seem after b7. That as well, but it just gave me so easy shape on the outside. Yeah, and then this exchange, and then we're back here. But here, from here on out, I'm actually ahead by 4 at this point. The honey here though, and connect was a mistake. Did I need to protect here after all? I did need to protect. Yeah, no, I at this point here, when I pushed up, my thinking was that you cannot cut here because then these 3 stones are hanging. But then I also noticed that maybe this is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, that would have been white plus 6. Should J4 now? That seems crazy to me. Okay, I'm glad. Oh, you mean after this? No, instead of protecting the corner. When did I protect the corner? I didn't protect the corner. Or did you mean this corner here? Protecting the corner in like 2 to 3 moves. You must be seeing another game than me. I don't know what you're talking about. Send in chat. Oh, okay. But no, but that really okay. Yeah, apparently yes. Because now I'm still threatening this group here. But so what happens here? Okay, at this more point, I guess white still has to play this before white can play this, huh? So what if white now plays this one? And then I protect here. and then white can play this. Is that not a problem? Okay, so that is not correct. How am I supposed to play this? Yeah, I don't know how to handle this now, so that's... this does make sense too, though. This would have been okay. This was just... yeah. Yeah, exactly move 100, by the way. This to judge this. Oh, I have very hard time to judge J4 and B6 versus B17 here. That is very difficult to me. And this is why this phase of the game is my weakest, because this is exactly the kind of thing that I don't understand, like, at all. I don't even see the value of this comparatively. Yeah, and then this might have been just a bad choice here. Connect. And after that, I was behind and then fell more behind with this center here, I suppose. Should I have connected this now? Maybe? Yeah, I should. Okay, so this was also a mistake. But, I mean, also I was in time trouble here, so it's no wonder. The last... what was it now? Yeah, the last 100 or so moves of this game I played pretty well. But that's also the phase of the game that I've, like, starting from move 180 typically or so, or move 100, 200, that's where my endgame training is already shining. Before sometimes too, depending on the strength of my opponent, but or like the ability for endgame of my opponent. But yeah. Let's see. Let's download this sucker. I think I need to switch scenes for this. Yep. Anyway, much better game than our last game. That one was terrible. This one at least was competitive-ish, so I'm happy with that. I think this was good training for my tournament. Yeah, it's amazing how exactly in this phase of the game I tend to lose. Maybe I shouldn't train endgame, but exactly this phase of the game, huh? No, the last game just completely fell off when I made that one big mistake. Like, it was literally, oh, it was equal, and then I made a huge mistake, and then it was over. So I disagree that it was as intense. Yeah, this is all fine, fine. Okay, connecting is good. Jumping is fine. Oh, really? After all, it's this one, or even this one. Okay, good to learn. Good to learn, good to learn. Okay, all not the biggest mistakes, but still good to know. Okay, pushing here was fine, jumping here was all fine. This one was the first -1 point. Okay, but fine. Also this response and this response, and then jumping here, this was fine too. Defending here actually. Okay, so here at this point, starting to attack this, or even just playing like a huge Ogema would have been the way. Oh, that's a very hard move to play. My move is fine, so the pincer was also not great. Yeah, I should even the connect would have been better. Why that? Let's say we play the same thing here. Mm. Hmm. Not sure I understand. Ah, no, because now with this shape instead, um, no, but I still, if I cut, it doesn't make a big difference. Huh? I guess it's just better endgame than to have this here. Okay, makes sense. But even better would have been to do this one after all. And to my credit, this would have been my plan if I did this. I would not have played here. I would have treated these as a light exchange to then do something here. And if white descends here now, oh wow, or the iron pillar even. But also just jumping out would have been fine. And then if white plays this one, you can bump and peep. Oh. And if connect, then you could push here. Oh, okay. And if white goes up, then you can cut here. And then this one you can bump here now, probably. Yes, in center, then you can hane here and extend. Then white still owes this move. And then you can, yeah, just extend or jump here and threaten this whole group while having made some endgame, sacrificing this and continuing to attack this group. Ha. Yeah, so because I couldn't really see the value of this, I instead then took the corner, but not even in the ideal way. So, but then this was also not ideal. The Ataris would have been better. Okay, so then it was an equal result. Yeah, okay, the knight's move was better here. But then how do you handle this one or even this one? Yeah, this one and double hane. You just connect and then this one. Okay, and then extend here. Okay. I see the slight kind of light treatment of my cuts while still attacking this is not my forte. Okay, but okay, the attachment is also just minus 0.8, so and the wedge was not good. This was fine, but then yeah, then I should have extended here indeed, because my weaknesses here were a bigger problem. And okay, but this one was fine. This one I also had in mind. What does it think about this one? Yeah, okay, all of my choices here would have been okay, but the extend back here, that was the real culprit. Before this, here it was still basically equal the whole time, but this extending back, not just taking the, like, just not just sacrificing the corner, while staying strong. Okay, can capture and capture, while staying very strong and keeping my points here. And additionally, if we now, let's say we just played some random move here, there is still this one incentive for black, and also this one. No, this is well, not quite. Okay, but later this one is scented. No, it's not scented. Okay, but okay, you can get this incentive. White kind of needs to respond because if white now plays away, you get this one incentive. Because now if white does this, you actually no, yeah, you have just so yeah, you just remove this eye shape here. So you get this incentive, and then if we look at this, then white doesn't even get that many points, less than in the game, and black also gets a little bit less, but also is super strong on the outside, and I underestimated just how much this strength meant. I remember at this point like when I looked at when I looked at L15 and the hane here, I did consider P18, but for some reason at this point I didn't consider P18 anymore. I don't know why. Okay, this was fine then. Okay, slightly from the wrong side. This is weird, yeah. Protecting you is fine. Yeah, this did seem a little bit slow. This was good. This was also good. This was a little bit slow. Oh, because I should invade. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but okay, -1 is still fine. But this one was the first mistake. Peep here. Wait, hang on. Peep here? What if white connects here? Now you extend. I see. So either you get this exchange first, or you can cut here, in which case the extend here is done. Or white, yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Or you just double honey immediately. And if white extends, you don't continue here because this one is not weak. The shapes here are not weak enough, but you can now submarine here with this move. That's the power of this move. This is also fine. This one is probably just a little bit too passive because the center. No, it's minus 0.1. Okay, so yeah, so submarining or any of those moves or even invading ones as a probe probably would have been fine. And if white instead Ataris and Atar, what about this Atari? What am I missing? I think I'm this one. Okay, I'm just missing that you just play here and it's not a huge gain for white to play this. Okay, I overestimated how the center for white here this time. I did calculate this correctly, but I overestimated just how much value this has. Okay, and here, what about this Atari then? You connect. There's nothing here. Why just Tenukis again? But then you can still cut here, and if you connect, then you can high here, and then that's a huge loss in terms of territory here because white can also jump in. Makes sense. Okay. So the extent here was like the not trading here was like an inaccuracy, but this was a real mistake because this either you get more if you honey here, or if you play this and then extend and still have the cut, or have this RG, it's worth more. Or you get sent and then you get sent to play this. So either you needed to get more or sent, but here you get both. You both are missed. So here black was trailing by 5 points at this point. This was good though. Then the cut was giving the lead right back, or maybe not the lead, but made the game right back to equal. So this was this empty triangle was weird. I expected one of those two moves, and the empty triangle was strange. And then it's an equal game-ish. Yeah, this was fine though. I see I was even considering B10. And if B10 and this, then this one even, then I wonder about, okay, even this one, yeah, that was, it's a bit too much right now, but this was fine. Yeah, then this one was an inaccuracy because I can play this. It could even Tenuki now, wow, okay. This one was not good because here, let's see. Yeah, this loses 2 points less because I am forced to play S17 anyway. So I correctly identified S15 as a mistake too. That's nice. Yeah, because here, you can just get this incentive too. And then obviously here you would rather not have black, give black the option to capture the stone or just push in later in center-ish. But okay, so I got then white got this, and then here and DJ4. Oh, amazing. How do you? Okay, and then white does this, and then I do this. Okay, white protects. I fear this is. What about this one now? Oh, connect here even ways. I see, because now if we do this now, there's still this counter here. Well, that capturing race black wins. Oh, boy. Okay, that's a bit too much for me right now. So if indeed you can force white to play here now, that would be possible. here. This is too much. Let's just play then a normal move here, I suppose. Okay, and white connects. So black, that's okay. So the point is, b6 is still the biggest move, or some RG here, I suppose. But b6 is still the biggest move because of also. See, I think what I didn't consider was some potential RG here, maybe, or just the fact that this keeps more points for black also in the corner. Okay. So I did underestimate the basically center for white here, and also this that this is powerful against this bottom. What if white just, let's say white just defends here, or does this one first and then defends like this? Okay, then you still just protect here. How much of a mistake is this one then? That's then indeed 5 points. Yeah, because white can capture these in center. So in that way, we can say because of the. So I was correct in that this 2-3 exchange is a nuisance. But I did not see that you can actually protect this because you can attack this so much and that you can get this. But even just protecting here would have been good. And then if white protects here, now this one is still bigger. Okay. I want to not have this here, so let's do this one and see what's then bigger. Then there is indeed some RG here. That's why if white now defends here. Now you can jump here and threaten to push and cut here, so white has to defend against that. But then you have this one. And then if white does this, you can Hane. You can threaten the Hane, is what I'm saying. And then you can play here. And then if white just goes from here, you can play here, or here, or here. Basically just live. Or something. I guess protect here. Push through. Or there's still the RG outside. I guess there's still the RG outside. So there's so much RG here that indeed black can destroy everything here if white doesn't respond this way. And then obviously you can play here and still connect under, and that is just center, and then take the big point here. Wow, okay. Anyway, yeah, if I just play here, that I think I underestimate just how much RG there is on this left side. So b6 is bigger than just a few 6 points here. It's also bigger for my corner, and it's also bigger for this area here. So it's much more worth than, and it's center for white to capture. So it's much more than, and even then 6 points in reverse center would be big. So on the other hand, this is not small. And, yeah, that was a big mistake. So that was a big mistake, to underestimate the RG here and the RG here and here, basically. To overestimate the RG here, I suppose, or the value of this RG, and to underestimate also the RG here of these cuts. Do you see a pattern yet? I do wonder, is this not the better way? Or is it because white has not played this exchange yet? That makes sense. Okay, yeah. And this is, yeah, this was weird too. Blocking here was fine, but this one was also fine. Okay, this was all fine, but here I did need to counter Atari now. After capture, you Atari again in center, and then just connect. So, okay, so this was possible. And if this, you do connect here, and then you have to survive with this group. I didn't like that, that's why I traded here, but I see now that this was a loss, slight loss. This was okay also, this was also okay. This was all okay. This one was a little bit too slow, yeah. The exchange apparently was a mistake. And this was big, but still J4 was really huge, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's a 2.5 point mistake. I should play here. I was thinking that, but yeah, I suppose white cannot do this one anyway. It's not center. Yeah, then I can like later I myself, if white now plays some silly move, I could still hardly connect here later myself, huh? So it is unlikely that I need to add a move inside. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so that was actually quite the sizable mistake then. Yeah, and here the extend actually worked, so I was a little bit lucky here. Yeah, and here it was better to just connect here. Yeah, it was better to just connect there. So that, and here white didn't even need, right, white doesn't even need to because white still can connect or make an eye here anyway, so this wasn't even center. Okay, so these, I thought that white can counter first, yeah, then I got this one. Oh, and then I need to Atari from this side, or push from this side, then play from this side. No, okay, this is white +5. Never mind. This is weird. Let's review that with more playouts later. But aha, the push here though. If you play this one, okay, and then this one comes, you can do that, or just do this one. Yeah, okay, and then you can still play the Atari here. Makes sense. And here white could just get this one. Okay, so here saving this and then doing this one kept more points. Here kept this stone, so this pushed just this area. That makes this area is just not worth that much. So here was my third big. Wait, this one was, yeah, this one was one mistake. This top left was a big mistake, and this one was my last big mistake. And after that, I played really well. Then it went from like white +7.5 to white +4.5. So I caught up 3 points in this endgame, I suppose, which I guess for late endgame is not nothing. This was fine. This was meh by both of us. This one, still this connection here, okay. Yeah, then this one was a slight mistake. Blocking here. And then also responding to everything here. This was good, but this one was also good. Aha, protecting here though, this was not good. Only because, yeah, okay, saving this was equally bad or slightly worse even. So protecting this one. See, okay, after this one and this one now, and even connect here. If white now captures this one, you can still play this Atari here. And white only kept like the 1, 2, 3. And this one now is not worth a full point. Yeah, okay. Makes some sense, I guess. Especially because playing here and playing here would be quite big for white too, because yeah, then white doesn't have to capture these stones either, so that makes some sense. But yeah, this was also not good. Pushing was fine, and this was good. And I got this first. Yeah, I thought also that the counter Atari should have been the move here, because then white gets sent to do, could we capture this or do this one in the center and protect here? But okay. Yeah, and then here, then I connected here in center essentially. Even got this in center, then got this. Oh, I should play here. Interesting. Then connect under incentive. Not sure I understand. Also this one. Yeah, I didn't see that A5 was worth 3 points instead of 2. But this was also pretty big. Yeah, pushing here, pushing here, pushing here, connecting. But this was also pretty big, so not really any mistake there. Yeah, then the push in here was a slight mistake, but so was this. I should have played here still, and then white got this, yeah. So I didn't gain anything from that. Okay, yeah, and this was slightly better. Yeah, 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 I know. I noticed already right after playing it. Connecting here, yeah, fine. Yeah, this one was a slight mistake. That one confused me. This is only worth 1/3 point. While these are worth 2, 1 incentive, and so on. So I got the 2-point move here, 1 point centi. Um, yeah, then I also thought this one. This would have been the blue move. And then I got this. Hang on, here it's still white plus 5.5. Yeah, and then here after all of this, it's only white 4.5. And from here, nothing happened because, I mean, literally, it's just 1-point move. So I did gain a point very even after move to 250. Like, move 250, it's still black white plus 5.5. Yeah, very late here, I also still gained some points. So even the late end game, if it had just been a little bit closer, that could have mattered. But anyway, um, yeah, the main point really is that from is essentially the response to move 100. And what was the other one? Oh yeah, and how to and to save this stone instead. So the main lesson is how to handle this whole thing with my corner and this group that I can counterattack first, and then that b6 is indeed very, very big. Bigger than b17, even though b17 was something I really want to play. That was the main lesson number 1, and the other lesson has to do with saving the stone instead of this in terms of also endgame. Side lessons, more or less, or let's say other lessons, is to trade the corner for the side here. Trade the corner for the side. Oh, and of course the Hane here. So there was the 2 top side lessons. Why do I keep forgetting? What was the? Oh, and then there was this RG and this, like how big this was and how much RG there was here against this group. I think it's good instinct that I saw G5, and I was rightfully worried that if he gets this in center, that then there is a problem here. But I did just underestimate that even after this exchange, if now white tries the same thing, that I can actually connect here, and white can't do this because I have more liberties. Really, okay, white can push and play this one. Wait, hang on, what is happening here? And I connect. Um, what am I tripping here? What if white now tries to kill me? Then I can play here. Okay, so what if white now just lives? Oh, I see. Yeah, that is important additional information. And that's now it makes more sense. This whole time I thought, but can't like how do I don't win this captain race. That's not the point. Well, I do if I play here, I suppose. The main, or maybe the main point is that white just gets cut off with this group here, and that now I can play here, and even after this, there's nothing that white can do here, and Jan just dies with this, and then this is a favorable trade, obviously. And then, however, this is the biggest move. And then this is the second biggest. So in pure terms of endgame, I correctly identified this as the biggest and this as the second biggest. But it's not endgame yet. It's endgame plus we still have groups that are not 100%, like that can still be harassed. And yeah, that I failed to see, or even just that this is reverse center. I think even if I just see that this is reverse center, and if white now gets this, that I also get to play here now, actually in center, and if white now has to defend here, that I also get all the profit from harassing this further. Even this one now is an option, because if white blocks, you can play this, and if white now bumps, you can play here, and if white now connects, white is in deep shit. So white would have to do this, but then you cut and connect here and capture these stones. That's of course not bad. If white now plays from this side, then yeah, you can play this way and still keep this separated. Okay. I see. So this was essentially, I mean, almost a double center even. Because if protecting here for white is the best move, and then even playing here now is fine. Not the best. Oh, gosh. Okay, but connect. Because there's also still b9 now. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. Yeah, okay. No, but that makes sense. I was so confused by, do I win this capturing race? But if you don't win the capturing race, but you just get the wall to then kill this group, that makes sense. uh, Too bad though. I mean, at this point here from move 80, I didn't play well up to this point, or not great, I guess, with this topside and this extension. But here, literally from move 80 to move 100, uh, I caught up 9 points in these 20 moves. So my opponent made nearly 1 point loss per move. But then I gave that right back, and then we were back to an equal game where after that I played a few. In the early end game, I played a few bad choices here and then couldn't quite come back in the late end game. And that is the story of this game. And with that, we're already streaming 3 hours. I'll be right back. Right. Anyway, in the end, even though I lost, I feel like I got well, first of all, I think I got the kind of game that I wanted, and second of all, I guess there was no big fighting mistakes per se, more like shape and evaluation. What is big mistakes, and that I can that I still need to improve anyway, so that's good. But yeah, in general, I feel like I'm getting to that point where I have with my end game understanding that I can control the narrative a bit more, or at least not freak out when the second half starts. Because I used to be very, or maybe I also thought I was very bad at the second half. Now I'm still not great, but I'm starting to become better and better. And yeah, I think maybe now I don't. Let's put it this way: I don't fear entering a close end game anymore. Maybe. And that gives me the chance to catch up with maybe soon superior and more superior end game the more I train it. And yeah, good game to see some improvement, but also good game to learn more from. So overall, a successful training game, I want to say. Um, Now on Thursday, I plan to stream another Fox game in the afternoon. And then on Friday, I will travel to a next tournament. So we shall see. There's again, there's 3 6 dans, 2 other 5 dans, and a couple of 4 dans in that tournament. So I'm hopeful to get a good chunk of games there to learn from as well. Um, so that's good. Always good to have a tournament full of players where you get possibly a tournament full of players. I muted. What the fuck? It was double muted, and how is it still not muted? Jesus. Anyway, let's see. Watterdog is online again. Anyone else streaming Go? Maybe not. Watterdog Go. So let's raid him. Why is it like what? Sometimes this is confusing. Anyway, thanks for watching. And like I said, I'll be back on Thursday with a Fox game. Until then, take care. Have a good one. Bye bye.